Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Friday, the 20th day of March. Today is World Flour Day, Flour.
Okay.
The flour that you use to make bread
Sure.
and stuff. It's also National Native HIV/AIDS Awareness Day, National Proposal Day. So, you know, if you want to tell that special somebody you want to spend the rest of their life with them, today's the day. It's also National Ravioli Day. I'm a big fan. I've always liked ravioli.
I don't.
I know. It's kind of weird. I don't know why you don't. I think they're good. And it's National Kick Butts Day. So it is a day to quit smoking. So if you're still smoking, I mean, why? You could quit. Today would be the day. It is also a good day for us to talk with Show-AshleyMaeSebera, also known as Dana Brooks from the WWE. Alrighty. Super excited to chat with her coming up in a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A survey by Bambi, not the deer, some website apparently, found that 60% of workers are too intimidated to tell their bosses about their problems. So they're like, if 60% of people, like if you're having an issue...
Why would you want to tell your boss about your problems anyway? Your boss doesn't care.
I understand, but they probably do, really. If it's a problem that's going to cause you to be late for work, if it's a problem that's going to cause some sort of hardship... According to this, 60% of workers are too intimidated to even tell their boss about it. I can tell you, a lot of the time, your employer would probably rather know, like if there's a reason that you're a couple of minutes late, if you explain to them that, hey, this is what's going on, they'll probably say, you know what, that's more important than this, so do that and then get here. If you're 5 minutes late, that's fine. So most bosses are a lot more understanding than most people would think. So again, I've got a link to the story if you want to read all about it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. An intoxicated man in Indiana allegedly became upset with a karaoke song in a bar and attempted to go after the singer. 34-year-old Jason Allen Huff.
Okay, now to me this is understandable. I've heard some of those people.
No. He said that he drew a deadly weapon, which is a level 5 felony. This happened 9 minutes after midnight, so... Assuming this guy had been drinking for quite some time. He was threatening people with a firearm. An employee pointed to a car in the parking lot where Huff and a woman were sitting. When the police got there, they went and got him out there. Officer gave repeated commands to get out of the vehicle. He just stared at him and appeared to be extremely intoxicated. He was detained. They asked why he did what he did. He said he attempted to go after the singer, but ended up falling down. Ended up waving around a 9mm Glock that he pulled from his waistband. Not because he was trying to shoot anybody, but he was just...
Firearms and alcohol do not mix. If you're going to be a gun owner, be a responsible gun owner.
And I'm a fan of both, but separately, not together.
Exactly.
So there you go. This is what happens, though, when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The film version of Cats. Heidi, have you seen this?
No, and I'm not going to.
I knew the answer to that because we're married.
Right.
But it received the most Razzie Awards in the most categories, which they give out awards for the worst movies of the year. And Cats apparently is the top dog. Which,
I see
not
what
a
you
good
did.
thing. Also, the first teaser has been released for Steven Spielberg's version of the West Side Story. It's actually just called West Side Story. I put the in there unintentionally. Takes place in the modern era, so Steven Spielberg has a version of that. That'll be interesting. And HBO has a program called The Plot Against America. It's getting very good reviews. I have no idea what it's about.
Me either. Never heard about it.
I kind of feel like I could give you an idea of what I think the plot of Against America feels like right now. This, again, has been Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. According to a new survey, 25% of women said that they sometimes, quote, borrow their partner or roommate's razor for leg and bikini zone and armpit grooming. Heidi, have you ever done this?
All the time. We
Yeah,
use
I
the
know.
same razor.
Yeah. Would you quit? Would you stop?
We don't have another handle.
Get another one.
And the other day I had to use just the
I know, and you
little
cut your
blade
finger.
to cut the heck out of
Oh,
my fingers. And
Just thinking of that makes my finger
Well, it's
hurt.
because
by
you
the
won't
way.
let me use the handle.
By the way, 10% of women said, listen to this. Oh, this is really bad. 10% of women say that they sometimes secretly use their significant other's toothbrush. You've never done that, have you?
I've done it.
What, for what?
For like I can't find mine or something. Oh please!
Don't do that.
Like your tongue hasn't been in my mouth.
We're married, by the way. For those of you, there's probably some people really wondering right now. If you're new to the program, we are husband and wife for 20 years. But this is when I just discovered my wife is using my toothbrush.
Not every day.
Don't ever do that again. Ugh.
Maybe once every 3 years or something. If I'm in a pinch.
If you're in a pinch, call me. I'll go buy you a toothbrush. I will stop whatever I'm doing. Oh, how do I have to find this out here? I feel as though I need to go brush my teeth again. 25-year-old man in Nashville, in the Nashville area, was charged with driving under the influence. Officers found him asleep in his car in an intersection.
Oh, boy.
Passed out. That's not good. Kentucky Fried Chicken, for as far back as I can remember, has used this little phrase, it's finger-licking good.
Absolutely.
Well, because the world is going crazy right now,
you
everybody's
kidding?
freaking out online saying you have to quit saying that.
Are you kidding me?
Guys, it's their phrase that they've been saying since they're actually saying, I think we're going to quit saying it.
No way.
It kind of sounds like I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? We live in bizarro world right now. A survey because again, it's a marketing campaign they've used for years. They're not asking you to lick anybody else's fingers, just so you know that.
So
ridiculous. A survey by Slumber Cloud, I like the sounds of that, found 62% of Americans would not date somebody who had a favorite sleep situation that was different than theirs. So would you agree with that? So
I don't understand what that means.
So, if you sleep on your side and they sleep on their back, or
are
like
they
to
talking
snuggle.
about I need a TV on or something like
something
that?
like
That
that.
I could see because I couldn't sleep with the TV was on.
For example, I was married once before, and I like to sleep with the TV on, and my ex-wife liked to sleep around, and that didn't work for me. So did I say that out loud?
You did.
I was just being silly. I can't prove that. But I certainly think that is the case. I think on that note, we're going to end things. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Today, our guest is Ashley Mae-Sebera, also known as Dana Brooke from the WWE. And Ashley Mae, or Dana, you have quite a following. How in the world did you get started in wrestling?
You know, it has been quite a journey. I always say life throws curveballs at you, and life has a weird way of working, but it's all worked out truly amazing. I'm blessed. I wouldn't change one moment. of my entire life. I was a gymnast for 18 years. You know, the Olympics was my goal. We always have goals when we're kids. That was my goal. Unfortunately, injuries had stopped my career. I transitioned into diving, which is crazy, running off a diving board, flipping, splashing into water. I'm a girly girl, so I didn't like getting my hair wet. And unfortunately, it just wasn't my thing. I went to college, went to school for fashion merchandising and design and marketing. Tried the 9-to-5 thing, and I'm like, I cannot do this 9-to-5 stuff. I need to create my own destiny. I need to be my own boss. I need to, create dreams, goals, and work from there. And so I went in, and my girlfriend had mentioned to me fitness and bodybuilding, and my eyes lit up because I just needed a goal to train for. And, the fitness category in bodybuilding has a 2-minute, gymnastics fitness routine, so it was it all kind of fit, right?
Yeah.
And it showed my personality. I went out there, I got to perform, but also I got to, do the physique round, which is based on your physique and your body and your structure and your lines. And I was competing in Arnold, Spain. They were recruiting WWE, and they came up to me and they're like, hey, we love your personality. Would you like to, come out and try and wrestle? I'm like, what are you talking about, wrestling? At that time, I thought it was, amateur wrestling.
Yeah.
I had no idea. They were like, no, the WWE, and my eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. I was just, super amazed. I was like, yes, I've never wrestled a day in my life, but I would love to try, and I'm always super big on never have what-ifs in life. So I went, I tried out Tampa, Florida, absolutely fell in love, in love with wrestling, everything that came with WWE as far as the platforms that, with the outreach programs that WWE had to offer. Here I am 6 years later. It's been the most amazing journeys, ups, downs, in-betweens, ins and outs. But honestly, at the end of the day, this is the best place I would want to be, the best business in the entire world to work for. Super happy where I'm at in my life and how that journey kind of all connected. As I say, in everything, life is like puzzle pieces, right? 18 years ago, I would be like, why is my gymnastics career ending? Why can't I be in the Olympics? Super, depressed, wanting to, give up on things. But it all fits because my gymnastics carried on to fitness, which carried on into wrestling. So life is like puzzle pieces, and it paints a beautiful picture at the end of the day. Absolutely.
And the coolest thing is you've got that diving experience. You can dive off the ropes now, and you don't even have to get your hair wet.
Yeah,
see?
Right? That's exactly right. That's my favorite part.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the Dallas McCarver Foundation. This is something that's very near and dear to you, right?
Very, near and dear to my heart. Dallas McCarver passed away suddenly in 2017. It was a very dark time in my life. I always say wrestling kind of filled that love and that void for me. And at that point in time when Dallas had passed away, I just didn't know how to handle things. I didn't know how to cope with it. And there's no right way to grieve, right? So I'm not telling you my way is the right way, but I needed to stay busy. So his mom and I had worked on, creating this Dallas McCarver Foundation, and along with some of his business partners. We had come up with this thing. His heart was so big. He loved children. He grew up in, unprivileged homes. When he was competing and when I was wrestling, we wanted to take some time off after his next show, and we wanted to work for some charity events and give back to underprivileged children, hospitals, schools, really take some time and give back to communities. When he had passed away, I thought, okay, I need to keep carrying on his legacy because he's a gentle giant. He's a larger-than-life character, but most importantly, he is a big kid. So at the end of the day, I was like, okay, let's get on this. Let's do this. In the next month or 2 months, we're making a large donation to St. Jude's Hospital, which is very close and dear to his mother as far as Dallas had, some health issues. So this is an amazing way to give back to that hospital and continue on his legacy, which I know Dallas is up above smiling, saying, okay, yes. But he's truly an amazing person. I wish everybody could meet him and know how pure and amazing his heart is. I'm just going out there and trying to live out his legacy as far as his mom is, too. And this makes us happy. It's not only about myself, but this is something Dallas would want to do, too, if he was here.
Ashley, thank you so much for taking the time to chat today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's truly been amazing. Thank you for the support and believing in what I do.
Absolutely. Again, our guest today, Ashley-MaeSebera, also known as Dana Brooke from the WWE. I've got a link to her information and a link to the foundation we just spoke about. It's all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Pigs are constitutionally protected in Florida. It says first written in 1838, the Constitution of the state of Florida guarantees the right to privacy, the freedom of speech, and the right of pregnant pigs to be free from cages. Unlike many other outdated laws, this amendment is recent. It was passed in 2002, comes from a well-meaning place, the prevention of cruelty to animals during pregnancy. A pig must not be caged or even tethered in such so it can freely turn around.
Okay.
So pigs have constitutional rights in the state of Florida.
Apparently.
There you go. Thanks for listening to today's Fun Fact.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, Israel. We don't have many stories that come from Israel.
We don't.
But we have one today, and it's kind of an interesting story. An Israeli thief returned a 2,000-year-old catapult stone that had been stolen in order to clear his conscience because this thief was afraid that the end of the world may be near. So he's going, okay, I've got this. Okay, it's 2,000 years old, so I don't know when it was stolen. If it was 2,000 years ago, he certainly didn't steal it. But I wonder if it was stolen more recently during his lifetime.
He must have stolen it from a museum or something.
But online, people were saying, well, if it was from 2,000 years ago, he didn't steal it. But I was doing the math in my head there going, yeah, he could have stolen it. Just because it's 2,000-year-old doesn't mean that's when it was stolen.
Exactly.
Anywho, what a bizarre story. I've got a link to it if you want to read all about it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. We head to my home state of South Dakota, although this isn't anywhere near where I grew up. A man is facing federal charges that he ran a multi-million-dollar cattle Ponzi scheme. We were just talking to somebody about this. Federal grand jury earlier this month indicted 58-year-old Robert Blom of Corsica, South Dakota, on charges of wire fraud, mail fraud, and money laundering. He pled not guilty. The indictment alleges that around January 2014, all the way through February of last year, he devised a scheme to defraud investors. Part of a custom cattle feeding business, he solicited investors for groups of cattle. After the cattle were sold, he paid profits to investors. But here's what happened. He was selling the same cattle over and over to different investors. So far, the loss is estimated around $20 million.
Wow.
Yeah, that is such a weird story. And I honestly think something like that has happened before. I'm almost positive that it has. I've got a link to that story. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Newport, Oregon Police Department notifying the public that you can call for emergencies, but if you run out of toilet paper, that's not an emergency.
No, it's not.
Many people have been blitzing shopping areas to stock up, but the phone number there has been ringing off the hook. They say it's hard to believe that we even have to post this, but please do not call 911 because you ran out of toilet paper. You will survive without our assistance on this one. History offers many other options for your time in need. If you cannot find a roll of your favorite soft, ultra plush, citrus scented tissue, I'm reading what they put on here. It says, I'm not going to read there. They have all kinds of things of what
They have
other
some suggestions.
Yeah, what ancient Romans used and what sailors used, and we're not going to go into that. But it is an interesting thing that you'd have to even share.
My mom sent me a message yesterday that my dad,
Charlie,
who has always had a fear,
it's
of
like
running out of toilet paper.
Is he okay?
And apparently they only had 30 rolls or something, and he was panicking, and went out and found he came home with 100 rolls of toilet. He managed to wait somewhere until toilet paper came in, and he came home with 100 rolls
from Tuesdays with Charlie. So for those of you wondering where you can find some, go see Charlie. This has been today's Moment of Duh.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me?
All right.
Ready for this one?
I am ready.
All right. Fake news or Florida? Brooksville, Florida man arrested for assaulting a woman with pancake batter inside her house. I'm assuming the assault was with the pancake batter, not just a woman that happened to have pancake batter in the house. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say Florida.
It was very poorly read by me, but yes, it is a true story. So, a Brookville man arrested for assaulting a woman with pancake batter inside her house. So
he assaulted her with pancake batter.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm assuming so too. I have a link to the story if you really care. I'm going to guess you probably don't, but it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. And this, I think, is really kind of a cool story here. With everything that's going on in the world, we've had some people who have had a chance to kind of be shining stars and do the right thing because it's the right thing. And I think this right here would be a great example of that. It says, stuck at home, an award-winning chef is teaching free cooking classes on Instagram. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
It says, Michelin star chef Massimo Bottura, I probably said that wrong and I apologize, is teaching free online cooking classes during this time because there are several people who are stuck at home, and a lot of people who typically go to restaurants don't necessarily know how to cook. So he's going, hey, I can help you out. So every night, Chef Boturo is streaming how he prepares his nightly meals, and he's calling these kitchen quarantine instead of like Florentine or whatever. Takes place at 3 p.m. Eastern time on his official Instagram account. I have a link to this, by the way, in the show notes if you want to see it. So far, the 57-year-old Italian chef has taught how to make veggie-packed Thai curry, salad, tortellini, and a thick Parmesan sauce, and a New York-inspired pasta. Afterwards, he addresses fans with questions and comments about recipes in an online Q&A session. He looks like a super nice dude, by the way.
I bet he is.
I've not watched the videos. I'm just looking at the photos, like the, what do you call those? Like the screenshots? I don't know what that's called. But when you look at a video that's not playing, it's just that's what I'm looking at. He looks like a pretty nice dude on here. It says, this is not a cooking show, he said in a short video. It's just a way to share with people from all over the world that want to be a part of this. He said there's a beautiful sentence in Italiano from poet Franco Armiano. Translates, yes, we are here, home, but we are talking with the whole world, so we are sharing this with the whole world. I think that's what the quote is. I don't know. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.